afternoon, boys and girls. Today I am going to talk you through my top 5 masks. So technically this is a top 5 video, but I just kind of wanted to sit down and chat to you about masks. Anyway, so there is nothing more I love than coming home and just putting a face mask on. I put them on if I'm in the shower and I just want to spend ages standing under the water. Put them on if I just can't be bothered to kind of finish the hair washing process just yet and I want to sit with a hair mask on the top of my head for like another half an hour and be really lazy. So I'm going to get started with hair masks, and I generally only have 2 that I love, so if you have any recommendations for hair masks that aren't these 2, then pop them in the little box below because I love reading your recommendations. You always have such good recommendations. The first one is the Philip Kingsley Elasticizer, and I really like this one because it comes, I'm pretty sure anyway, it comes in a couple of sizes, so you can actually get the smaller one to test out, which is still kind of a little bit pricey, but like if you have kind of a spare 10 or 11 pounds, then like this one's great. Intensive super moisturising pre-shampoo treatment for all hair types, adds elasticity, manageability, bounce and shine. I think I've read that out before in a video because I just had a major deja vu just then. But it basically does all of those things. I just really like it for kind of something to leave on my hair. When I had really long hair, this was great because I kind of just really needed some life back into it. Now now it's had a cut, it kind of does the same thing. I was going to say now it's shorter, but it's grown amazingly since I had it cut. I just need it cut again. Yeah, I really love this one. Love that it comes in kind of smaller sizes because I've been using this one for quite a while and I still haven't used it up. So, you know, for £10 this was actually kind of a budget buy for me. So yeah, I really like that. Not too keen on the smell, but you know, I'll overlook that. But I am keen on the smell of this. This is like my favourite thing to put on my hair. My boyfriend can smell for like 2 hours or 3 hours after. If like I get in the car with him and I've had this on my hair, he can smell it for ages after because it just has a really gorgeous smell that lingers, and I'm not always too much of a fan of smells that linger. I like to catch it every so often, but if you can smell it like constantly, sometimes I'm not so keen on that. Only occasionally though. I do like good smells. But yeah, this one smells amazing. It's really great for if you've got kind of very long dry hair. It kind of adds a bit more moisture back into it, but it also just helps it to sit nicer. Next up I'm going to do Origin's face masks, and I decided just to pop them into a little category of their own by brand because they are just my favourite kind of face masks. I know a lot of people love Ren face masks. Me, Origins just are the bomb when it comes to face masks. They're only £20 each, which when I say only, I know lots of people don't have that spare £20 to spend, and I probably won't soon when I move out anyway, but they do last such a long time, and there are a few of them that are just, well, most of the Origins ones are just so worth it. I think you can also at certain times of the year get them in minis, which is amazing as well, but my favourite has to be the Origins Out of Trouble mask, and I find this is really good for if your skin's like getting very oily and just really playing up. This is amazing. And it's also really great for if you've got just kind of spots, little spots popping up all over the place, or even big spots. It just gets rid of those bad boys. It kind of dries them out, but it doesn't dry your skin out, so it just kind of dries the spot out, makes it smaller, calmer, reduces them. Like, sometimes I leave this on overnight if I've got a massive spot, but for generally for like little spots like today, I've got just a few little ones that are kind of just nothing bad, but if I just wanted to get rid of those, I just leave this on for like 10 minutes and the next day they would just be gone because it just kind of really clears your skin up. It's really lovely. I used to get really big painful spots all over my forehead. I get them around here and across here. Really awful time when I just couldn't get rid of them and I didn't know what it was, and I found this and I kind of managed to kind of soothe them for a bit before I found out what the actual cause was. This was a real lifesaver and I still love using it now. I just find that it makes my skin so much more manageable and I really love it. The next one is the Origins Drink Up Overnight Masks. I always wanted to get the intensive version just because I find that sometimes I don't want to leave a mask on overnight, but for the most part I just replaced my moisturiser with this and my skin is just really lovely and kind of just fresh and moisturised and hydrated and all of those things the next day. So I really love using this. You don't even have to use that much. Maybe I just have a particularly small face, but I've had this one for about a year and it's still going. I think I'm about that much of the way through, so these masks are just such good value for money, and I will actually continue to try budgeting and purchasing them once I move out, because they're just really, really good value for money, and they last such a long time, and they're really, really great for if you've got spots that just kind of, I like to keep my spots quite hydrated so that they kind of heal faster. If you've got spots, if you've got dry patches on your skin, or your skin's just generally a bit dehydrated. If I've had a drink or two down the pub and I'm feeling a bit worse for wear, I come home, just stick this on my face just to make sure in the morning that my skin doesn't look too horrific, because it's had kind of a little bit of hydration, because I find that going out tends to like just make my skin look a bit meh. So really, really love this. Then the last one is the Ren Glycolactic Radiance Renewal Mask. It's really, really lovely for decongesting the skin and just making it look a lot brighter, and I think I'll be using this one later tonight just to kind of make everything look a little bit brighter. And my skin's got a few spots, so it's a little bit congested, and I think it just needs a little, like, I haven't done this mask in quite a while, so I think it just needs this. It's a really, really lovely one. You can see kind of how much you're using at the back bit, and you don't even need to use that much. It's also quite funny because it feels like you're putting jam on your face, which my boyfriend just thinks is the weirdest thing ever. Obviously really, really love this one as well, hence the reason it's in my top 5 like the rest of them. So those were my top 5 face masks. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any recommendations for face masks, or you just want to tell me your favourites, then pop them in the comments below, because I love reading kind of your suggestions and things you love. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!